Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a clean, graphic, colorful project to share with you, my favorite kind. And I'm going to be doing some repetitive stamping. This is the Geo Flower Building stamp set. It's not a new one, but it's definitely one of my favorites. And there are coordinating dies to all these geometric floral building shapes. So you can see on the back, if you wanted to do the same idea of what I'm doing with stamping, you could do it with die cutting, just repetitive die cutting. But I just felt like doing some repetitive stamping. So what I'm going to do is take one image out of this flower building, this Geo Flower Building stamp set, this one right up here in the top corner. And I have a panel of hammer mill white cardstock trimmed to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'll be trimming it smaller, but this is just the canvas I have to start with. And I'm going to make sure that my panel here is at the 3-inch mark over on the right. And I'll be using that guide. So we'll be letting the Misty do all the work for us. And I'm going to use a lot of inks, starting with blush. Going to be using all Positively Saturated inks by Simon Says Stamp. They stamp like butter, and I do like to stamp it twice to make it nice. Almost every time I stamp it twice. Every once in a while you get a really juicy one, and you don't need to stamp it twice. But it is nice to stamp it twice if you want to make it nice. Now I'm going to bump up my panel, and I first just getting the lay of the land, seeing if this measurement was right. But every time I move my panel up or down 3/4 of an inch. And that's all you need to know. And so you could do the same technique with any image that you have. You just kind of figure out your spacing, and you just let the Misty do the work. And now here I stamp with Peachy. And now if I don't mention all the colors, because there are many, this is almost like swatching out your colors. It would be a fun thing to do if you felt like it. Just stamp every color you own of a certain brand, and it'd be a fun little geometric pattern, but it also would kind of swatch out your colors. And I love doing this. It kind of gets you the feel of how all the colors work together. Here we have lemonade. So we've got blush, peachy, lemonade, and now you know what's next, right? Celery, because I'm working my way through the positively saturated rainbow. I'm just going to apologize up front for the never-ending jingles. Listen, we're going on a couple months here of hockey games every single night. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we're down to the semifinals. I'm not really into it, but it's making me a little bit loony-toony. I can't remember the last time I held the TV remote. Like, I used to watch shows. Back in the day, I had shows I liked to watch. I don't remember those days. So how I get through it is I make jingles. I go and I do my card making videos, and I just make jingles. And it just keeps me sane, okay? So just bear with me. Okay. I don't know. I had to get that little rant out. But you know what? Sometimes mom just pops. You know? Mom just pops. It's the end of the school year. My youngest, Emma, can you believe it, is graduating from 8th grade. She graduates on Monday, and then we'll have a high schooler. And I tell you what, life goes pretty darn fast, doesn't it? It just goes pretty darn fast. It's all good things. It just seems to go fast. You know, what do they say? The days are slow, but the days are long, but the years are fast. Something like that. I can't remember why I walked in the room half the time. But here we had spring, and now this is Seafoam. So I'm starting gradually to work into the aquas. I'm going to get into the blues. Here's a dark teal ocean. Now watch this. Watch this. Whoops. I almost forgot to slide my panel. You saw it live. But then I remembered. I remembered before I pressed down. Slide that puppy down, Laura. So I did. And now this ocean, this color will get you out of bed in the morning. It's one of those colors that just wakes you up. Like, it don't let you fall asleep. It's like, hello, wakey, wakey, ocean's here. Slide it down again, and we've got the True Blues Marine, which is a beautiful, kind of a true sky blue. And I'm doing that one twice. By the way, if I forget to mention a color, everything that I use in this video will be listed in the description box below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on the blog, it's all linked. And now this might, I don't know if it seems easy to you or intimidating to you. Looking at it, you might think, how did you do that? But you really see how easy it is. Now, every time I start a new row, I have to replace that little image, and I kind of rotate it. So what do you call this little shape? It's almost like a leaf shape. It's kind of giving me lemon shape vibes, but I kind of alternate. It's going to the right, going to the left, just for funsies. And now here we're working our ways into the blues, the periwinkles, and the purples. Now I'm wishing when this is all said and done that I would have added one more. So for each row I stamped 5. And now I'm telling you, stamp 6 because it works out better on an A2 size card base, the sizing. I didn't do it. Sometimes you got to just live your life and roll with roll with what you got, and which I did. I ended up cutting my card base slightly smaller than an A2 just to accommodate the size of my stamping. You'll see later. But I'm telling you, if you want to do this, you could probably stamp more. See how I have quite a bit of border around the edge? You could stamp more. Just add more color or not. You know what I mean? This is really customizable. That color that I just stamped right there is taffy, that dark, deep purpley pink. And that one, that was a dark horse. I never saw taffy coming, but then taffy came and slapped me right across the face and was like, you haven't been paying attention to me, and I'm one of the best colors in the lineup. Finishing it off with pucker. Okay, now pucker will slap you in the face as well. That's a good one. Okay, stopping there. And now I'm going to trim this. I got the new Comfort guillotine trimmer. I have the mini. I have the maxi. And I just recently bought this one. This is kind of the in-between. Did I need it? I didn't need it, but I wanted it. And I'm glad I got it. Because every time I watch Jennifer McGuire use it, I feel like, you know how it is? It's like, I need that. But I don't, but I do. You know? Okay, so here for a sentiment, we're doing the CZ High There. Not a new one, but one of my faves. I'm going to die cut the High There into some matte gold cardstock. I'm not going to use the shadow die because I don't want to cover up any of that stamping. And then you just aggressively just slap that die onto your countertop until the paper falls out. And that is the professional way. Now here's an oldie. The CZ Hello You. This is an oldie but a goodie. One of my favorites. It's got Hello You Sexy Beast, Hello You Sassy Lass, and my favorite, Hello Sweet Cheeks, which is the one I'm going to use. I just love that sentiment. I could send that to anybody. Hello Sweet Cheeks. I mean, I probably wouldn't send it to one of Emma's teachers. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love that expression. That's why I love Kathy Zielske products. She's got the wit. She's got the clean and simple vibe. She's got it locked down, and I'm here for that. Now, normally, I stack up my word dice. I do like 3 out of white, stack them up, top it off with the matte gold. You got yourself a little dimensional. Today, I'm doing it flat. I'm doing a one and done. Matte gold right on there. I stamped the Sweet Cheeks in VersaFine Onyx Black ink. Do not forget the tittle. I was giving Emma and her friends the other day a little lesson on tittles. They couldn't stop chuckling because they just thought that sounded, maybe inappropriate. But that made it all the better. I put a little foam tape on the back of this panel, popped it up on a buttercream card base. Now you see how there's extra on the top and bottom? You could leave it, but it was bothering me. So I decided just to trim maybe 1/8 of an inch. I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch. Didn't measure it. This is the redneck method. And then for embellishment, one of my favorites lately, the Starshine mix. I've been using this on repeat. I love them because they're flat. I love them because they're clear iridescent. They go with everything. And the 3 different sizes. And there you have it. Hi there, Sweet Cheeks, with the most gorgeous, colorful, repetitive pattern this side of the Mississippi. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.